What are the movement foundations and why it's so important, especially after 40, to restore them? I'm Coach Rodrigo, founder of Barefoot Movers and creator of the Comeback program. In today's video, I want to explain what I'm referring to when I talk about, because I talk a lot about movement foundations. Movement foundations are what makes movement, the foundations, what we need in order to move naturally, to move well. Those are, just to name a few, core functionality. Everything starts with our core, not with the six-pack, but how is our midsection, how our midsection is able to support the spine, create movement, and connect lower body and upper body. Movement is a whole body thing. And the center, the core, is what keeps everything together and where everything starts from. That's why it's called the core. So that is one of the foundations. Breathing is part of the foundations too, because breathing, besides many other things, we need to breathe to stay alive, but it's also very important in the core functionality. So breathing, core functionality are the foundations. Other foundations are having natural range of motion of the joints. As we go through life, for different reasons, one can be because we don't use them often in all their potential, we start to lose natural ranges of motion. When we lose natural ranges of motion, movement, regular movement, becomes a little bit harder on us. Another foundations are stability, the ability to control our joint in a space. And that comes hand in hand with balance and stability. When those are not there, our movement is not very efficient, especially when we move, or when we move, we create more friction, more stress around the joints. Another one very important, and we can finish with this one, is coordination and integration, because the body doesn't move in different parts, right? Movement is global. Everything that we do, the whole body, especially when it's natural movement, and you can think of walking, running, all the stuff that we do most of the time, of course, playing a sport, is a whole body movement. So the joints, all the different joints and the muscles need to communicate with each other, and when all are doing their part, but also they are good at working as a team, then movement becomes more efficient. That is better movement. So what happens often is, as an adult, we lose the foundations, one, two, or more of those, and then the body starts to feel old in a way. We don't move as well as we used to move. Things that used to be easy, now they're hard. Body aches, right? And we feel restrictions. That is because we're still moving, we're still doing things, but it's not fluid, it's not efficient. And of course, that makes us stopping doing things, sometimes because it doesn't feel good anymore, sometimes it's because we cannot do it anymore. And we start to believe, right, that it's just an age problem. So that's what I want to make this video to clarify and to put it clarify, right, why the foundations are so important. And it's not just, well, I just need to move more. I need to train harder. I need to lose 5 pounds. We need to come back, check, assess what is the condition of those foundations, and start first training to recover those. When we recover those, and it doesn't need to be perfect, when we are in a better place, then everything else becomes easier on the body, and we start recovering our vitality, things start to be easy again, and then we understand that if we do what we need to do, that I always say is harder to get there, but then it's not so hard to maintain, we should be able to continue, of course, being independent, being active, doing the things that we have to do, but also those things that we enjoy doing. Which one are the things that you like? For me, one of them is playing soccer. Let me know in the comments which one is those activities. Maybe you don't do them anymore because the body is not there yet. Sometimes I ask these questions and people don't know because we kind of think that that's not for me anymore. So take the time. If you know, let me know. If not, think about it and then let me know. What are those things that makes you happy and you wish you can do for a very long time? Then our training has a different meaning. My training is how I can take care of this body, put it in a better place, so then I can do that thing for as long as possible. Sometimes it can be going for hikes, maybe being able to play with your grandkids if you have, or when you have them. All those things we need to, or is what I think about for myself and for all my clients, and that's why the comeback is what it is. The whole Barefoot Mover is what it is. That is it. I don't want to make it much longer, but that is when I talk about movement foundations, what those are and why it's so important before we add more movement, before we think that we need to train very hard or lift a lot of weight or all those things that you hear out there, is what is the situation of your movement foundations right now. What can I do to start improving those so then all the other stuff becomes much easier and then I can keep it or be sustainable for a very long time. That is it. Let me know in the comments below which is that activity that maybe you don't do anymore or that you do but is not feeling as well as it used to and you would like to keep doing for a very long time. Thank you. Have a great day and I see you soon.